What's the funniest thing that ever happened to you during a masterclass or any of our education sessions?
Most recently was the funniest one for me. We had a pretty cool barber rock up to one of our classes in Sydney, and he jumped up on the basins and did some dancing.
And Dave joined him.
Dave danced for the first time ever.
No, yeah, he was next level. He kind of got up on the bass and did like twerk.
Yep.
Okay.
Hi everyone, I'm Leah from Clever Curl Education, and I'm here with Pepa and David, who are also part of the amazing Clever Curl Education team, and we're here today to talk to you about how this education program has come about, what we've done with it, the journey from the beginning, and where we plan to go next year. David, would you like to start off with something for us?
You don't have to have curly hair to do curly hair. And you know, it is knowledge, and yes, there is lived experience, but we really wanted to evolve and say any young person that wants to involve themselves in texture and live in that space and be authentic, the knowledge and the skills we can pass on.
Absolutely, we'd love to.
I think as a group of educators, we definitely have a growing and evolving curl story. And so a big part of that curl story was that when we first started, we just had the masterclass, which was aimed at curly, wavy hair. And definitely the natural step for us in our curl journey was including every curl, every texture. So from the slightest wavy hair right through the tightest afro-tight texture. In our curl story, one of the most beautiful things is in that journey, we welcomed Pepa to the education team. She brought some magic in, some passion, which I'd love Pepa to talk about her curl story and why she's an educator and why you do it.
I'm the newest addition to the education team here at Clever Curl, and with me I brought and added to the already existing desire for Clever Curl to have more of that diversity, inclusion, visibility, and with me I bring that same thing and being able to add to what's already existing and just amplify that. So I'm from Aotearoa, and my passion is diversity in this space as well. So, yeah.
So when we first started our education program about 5 years ago, we only had our masterclass. We've now increased that to having our foundations class, which is new this year, which is more for emerging stylists and for people who have no experience in the curl world and just want to learn all the fundamentals. So we have our 2-day masterclass, our foundations class, we have our Afro class, which we've briefly mentioned, and we also have just introduced a look and learn class, which is for those guys that aren't real sure how deep they want to delve. So it gives you an opportunity to come along and see what we can do and what we can help you with, and how you can start embracing all kinds of textured hair, and how you can bridge that gap between what's happening out in the real world and what your clients are learning on social media. It helps bridge that gap when you know exactly what you can do to help treat and look after textured hair. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, it was definitely a big passion of ours in our journey and evolution, that we bridged that gap between clients seeing so much information on social media about what they could do with their texture and not having that knowledge at our hairdressers. So that was really passionate for us, and that we could bring that to hairdressers and they could go, yeah, we know what you're talking about. We can tell you what works and what doesn't work, and bringing it from all levels of hairdressing. A big passion of ours has been when we've travelled all over Aotearoa and Australia, we've heard from many hairdressers, especially of mine and Leah's age, that I wish I'd had this at the start of my hairdressing journey. So that's been a big passion, especially this year. Hey, Leah.
Yeah.
That we could answer that question, and we could bring it to younger hairdressers, we could bring it to apprentices, we could start a curl story much earlier.
Yeah, 100%. So we're trying to really get out there a lot more with the emerging stylists, which is a big part of our foundations course. We are starting to do presentations for many RTOs throughout Aotearoa and Australia. So we're presenting to the training facilities so that the emerging stylists and the young apprentices are getting a taste of that much earlier, and hopefully staying in the industry for much longer than they have been previously, because they can ignite some passion in themselves and in their career so that they can stay on that pathway and stay with that journey. How have you experienced that over in Aotearoa, Pepa? I know you've done some presentations for a couple of the schools over there.
Yeah, that's a really pivotal moment for those students in education, because often, like you say, they are a part of that beginning to be a hairdresser. And what that looked like for us, however many years ago, can look really different now. And it will begin to look different. It does look different. And seeing young people who in those classes and spaces have that texture and are not being excluded from that as students and then as stylists makes it a much more exciting, vibrant, inclusive, more diverse space to learn. And then if somebody in these classes is feeling that their hair is being seen, then they are going to educate and teach their clients when they become stylists much more effectively across the board, no matter what hair type they have. So that's been really, really exciting.
Yeah, 100%.
I know a passionate thing for you, Pep, to have Māori and Pacifica representation in our trade and behind the chair to represent.
Yeah, I think it's really important. I do come with a passion for Māori and Pacifica, for just that passion for all of those in Aotearoa, all those in Australia and worldwide, because we're part of that movement of stylists, whether we've been in the industry a long time or have just begun. If we are here doing this now, whatever we do here, we might not ever sit under the tree that shades that spot, we'll just be able to hand it over to other people, and they will get to see the fruits of the labour that's been put in now, which is really exciting to be a part of something so revolutionary.
Yeah, it is absolutely exciting. And we're all constantly evolving as a team. We're always constantly trying to see what is next and what we want to do next, and how we can make the education space more exciting for you guys to come along to and be involved in. We've got some cool stuff happening next year, so keep your eyes out for that. We want to be a lot more involved with our barber sector too of the industry. We're noticing a big increase in barbers who are wanting to be included in that texture space. So yeah, we've got some exciting things happening next year, so make sure you keep your eye out, and we'd love to see you come along to some of our classes.
Also, we will never stop evolving as educators. What we teach in 2 years' time will not essentially be the same as what we teach now, because as an education team, at the heart of our ethos is 100% commitment to never stop evolving.
So thank you so much for joining us. We hope that you've learned a lot during this time. And hey, if you've got any questions or any comments, please throw them into the comment box. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And we'll see you next time.
See you soon.
See you soon.